The chair recognizes the gentleman from Arizona.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in strong support of the Veterans Access to Care Through Choice, Accountability, and Transparency Act of 2014, which was passed by the Senate 93-7 on June 11th of this year. This critical piece of legislation is one that must be implemented immediately to provide solutions to the many problems that have been discovered at the Department of Veterans Affairs and to provide the necessary care and assistance that our veterans deserve. We must move immediately on an agreement with the Senate and not further delay the long overdue care that our veterans need and have earned. The most expeditious way to do this would be to move forward with the Senate bill, one that, as I said, was supported by 93 senators, Republican, Democrat, and Independent alike. I know that my colleagues in the House and Senate are committed to serving our veterans. Services for our veterans, I'm pleased to say, an issue of great importance, is one that continuously receives strong bipartisan support in both chambers. And I want to applaud Chairman Miller and the Veterans Affairs Committee and Ranking Member Michaud for their hard work in bringing to light the many problems and the terrible corruption that we've discovered in the VA and working to improve care for our veterans. I'm here to fight for the veterans and military families in my district and for those across the country. Mr. Speaker, this is a deeply personal issue with me. My father was a veteran of World War II. He joined the Army Air Corps, probably lied about his age so he could go serve his country. He served in World War II. He went on to serve in Korea and Vietnam. And when he left the Air Force, he extensively used the services of the Veterans Administration. And were he alive today, I know he would be enraged by what has been discovered about the neglect, misconduct, and manipulation of the VA waiting lists so that top executives could receive financial rewards and bonuses. The 85,000 veterans I work for in southern Arizona and countless more nationwide deserve better from us and from the Department of Veterans Affairs than they've been getting. And I have been pressing for better access to health care for our veterans since I first came to Congress in 2012. One of the first bills I introduced was the Veterans Health Access Act, to ensure that veterans could get the health care they needed in their communities without long commutes and even longer wait times. And I'm pleased that the House and Senate are now working to address this issue. We must improve the quality and timeliness of care to our veterans. And that is why today, Mr. Speaker, I stand before you to call on my colleagues in the House and the Senate to support the Senate bill that increases access to care and takes many more steps to improve services and supports for our veterans and their families. Included in the Senate-passed bill is the expansion of the Marine Gunnery Sergeant John David Fry Scholarship so that surviving spouses may have a chance to further their education and take care of their families. The Marine Gunnery Sergeant John David Fry Scholarship is a current education benefit for the surviving children of our fallen military service members. It has sent many sons and daughters of fallen heroes to college and given them the opportunity to get the American dream. However, it is important that we also offer this benefit to the spouses who are left widowed and must single-handedly care for their families. This scholarship could provide many spouses an opportunity to get the education they need and the jobs that will help them succeed and support their families. This scholarship was originally created in honor of and the memory of John David Fry, who was a leader of Marines from Lorena, Texas. Gunnery Sergeant Fry, a member of the explosive ordnance disposal community, demonstrated true service to his country and to his fellow Marines in Iraq. With only 1 week left on his tour in 2006, he injured his hand and was given the option to return home early with a Bronze Star. Fry declined the offer and volunteered to go on one last patrol to defuse bombs for his fellow service members. Sadly, Gunnery Sergeant Fry was killed that day by an improvised explosive device in Anbar Province, Iraq, leaving behind his wife and 3 small children. Mr. Speaker, This type of courage and sacrifice has been witnessed countless times in the past 13 years by our men and women in uniform. For example, just recently, on May 12th, a soldier from my district with 29 years of military service succumbed to the wounds he received in Afghanistan. Command Sergeant Major Martin R. Barreras of Tucson was the enlisted leader of his infantry battalion in Herat province and was on his 6th deployment to Afghanistan. While on patrol with his soldiers, Gunny, as his family likes to call him and remember him, was fatally wounded by small arms fire while leading his troops into battle. This was not the only time this respected leader saw combat. In 2003, Sergeant Major Barreras helped rescue former prisoner of war Jessica Lynch from an Iraqi hospital. At the time, he was the enlisted leader of the Army battalion that conducted the mission. He personally handed Lynch to another soldier to transfer her to the helicopter that evacuated her from the area and to safety. According to reports, he then fended off multiple attacks to retrieve all 9 bodies of the other U.S. soldiers missing in action. Everyone in our country owes all of our fallen heroes, such as Gunnery Sergeant Fry and Command Sergeant Major Barreras, a debt of gratitude for their service and their courage. But we must also remember the silent courage of spouses of our service members who must cope with the rigors